Welcome to another episode of Raven Conversations. I'm Joe Seamandel, State Public Affairs Officer for the Washington National Guard. And today I'm joined by Caroline Byrd, who is currently an active duty soldier stationed over at Joint Base Lewis McChord. But you got a unique experience to be a Washington Emergency Management Division intern while serving on active duty. And she's going to kind of talk about experience, how she learned about it, because I know there's always those questions. How do you learn about these internships? And kind of just how it's going. So thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you so much. So I'm Sergeant Caroline Byrd. I'm currently still on active duty. Right now I'm going through my transition process, getting back to my civilian life. And the Army has given me this wonderful opportunity as a transitioning medic to be able to attend the Hiring Our Heroes cohort, which is a part of our U.S. Chamber of Commerce's initiative for transitioning service members. And I was lucky enough to land an internship at the Washington EMD, and it's been a really, really great experience so far.
Yeah. So how did you learn about EMD?
Sure. So my background in the military is I was a 68 Whiskey, a combat medic, and while in, I've done operational plans, exercise plans for the medical community, as well as function in a bedside role as a medic. I got interested in the EMD and learned about it through some contacts actually on LinkedIn. Rob Sabrice ended up being my contact with the EMD, and expressed to him that I got to work with some of our ICS functions during COVID, as the military, of course, took on a good amount of the brunt of our COVID mission in the Washington State area. And it just sparked such a transition goal for me, because as a part of my values and morals is to be able to continue to serve.
Yeah.
So the EMD gave me that ability to continue to serve, but then to also learn a new skill that I could build upon based off of my prior planning experience.
Yeah. So you mentioned you were going through the transitioning of going from active duty back to a civilian life. EMD internships are pretty rare, it sounds like. So how did that all come about? So
with the Hiring Our Heroes initiative, you're giving a program manager, and the program manager will try to shift you towards the corporate world. I knew for me, I wanted to work for the state of Washington. So I started looking at the various departments that the state has and tried to find ones that aligned with what I was interested in. The EMD just happened to fill all of those interests. So I reached out to people with the state, and everyone that I got in contact with was very encouraging, extremely helpful, and were able to easily usher me in the door.
No, that's incredible. So how's the experience going?
Absolutely love it. I will say with confidence that I will have a transition plan, thankfully, because of this internship. And it's really, really been great. I've been able to work with the state's planning department. I've been able to work in the State Emergency Operations Center, seeing how they function, especially right now during our fire season. So it's opened up a lot of doors, and it's also shown for me that what experiences we have in the military can absolutely transition over to the civilian sector. Yeah,
no, that's incredibly great to say for anybody watching that's on active duty. That's, hey, I'm interested. So kind of EMD is multifaceted, right? We've worked with them for more than a decade. What is it you're doing over there as an intern?
So right now I'm interning with the planning section, and planning is a very, very overarching term. So specifically, I've been working with our all hazards teams. I've been working on establishing a comprehensive list of EEIs, or essential elements of information, that we can use in our response to incidents that happen here in Washington State. I've also been reviewing SOPs, so those operational pieces for the state.
So learning a lot. Really any goals, plans after the internship ends?
So I hope to, of course, stay within emergency management, and then to be able to flex what I've learned on my internship and then during my active duty career to hopefully lead to a career here in the state of Washington.
Yeah. So let's say there's a active duty soldier watching this that's, they're somewhere and they really want to stay, whether it's a JBLM or a different base.
Right.
And they're like, hey, how do I kind of start making that transition plan? How do I start making that process? What advice could you give them?
Absolutely. So go to the Hawk, get in touch with a career counselor, reach out to people over LinkedIn in these departments that you might be interested in Washington State. They have great and phenomenal resources for you. So start doing the groundwork on your own of reaching out to people that work in the departments that you're interested in, and then utilize those transition pieces that our active duty and our guardsmen have access to in our education and career centers.
No, it's great information. We can definitely put the info in the notes. We can add your info as well.
Absolutely.
If anybody has any questions. If you like the video, give it a like. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more, and let us know what you guys want to watch. Thanks, Caroline, for coming on. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.